I know I just made a video not too long ago on my other break in regards to the fellas.
So you guys know what's up.
Nothing but
I'm really out here,
encouragement.
you feel me?
Same thing I want to be able to
I'm walking
do
in
is
the rain
apply
with
the
y'all, yo.
same
I'm really walking
thing
in the rain
for
with y'all.
females, but I also know I got to understand my approach, right? I got to, tone it a little down, right? But in that sense, I just want the ladies to understand that, like I'm saying, I have a YouTube channel, YouTube platform, and I'm trying to make sure that people are taking into consideration of their mental health, right? Once again, some of us are coming from healthy homes. We're able to get the affirmations, the love, that consistency, right, in a healthy way. And some of us are coming from dysfunctional dynamics in regards to the arguing, the disrespect, the taking the responsibility in regards to the parenting when you shouldn't have been parenting, if you know what I mean, right? Everybody's situation is different. So I really want people to have that self-awareness and really think about what your dynamic looked like. What did you encounter? How did you feel about that? Right? We may not be able to go back in time, but we'll be able to reflect and be able to make the best conscientious decisions for our futures, right? I'm walking in the rain. Earlier I was walking around. I'm gonna drop that. You can really see. I'm really out here doing this, right? But I really want us to really be more intuitive with what's really going on with us, which is gonna be more beneficial for us, right? I'm tired of people out here being deceived, being used and abused, right? And as we know, when it comes to trauma, in some ways it self-perpetuates into our lives, right? We can't run away from our realities. And for the ladies out there, I gotta be real, because I just, lady to lady, I don't have that perception. I'm not a woman. I can't speak in that perspective, but all I could do is speak in a man's perspective from what I know, what I experience, and just pour into the wisdom and positivity to be able to encourage you to do what's gonna be beneficial for you. I can't control you, don't get it twisted. Ain't nobody can control you. Ain't nobody can trick you outside your position, right? But I really want you to really be, like I said, counterintuitive in regards to your values, your beliefs, your morals. You know what I mean? Bad things could have had happened, but there's lessons that we can learn from these things. Accountability, we have to be able to take into consideration as well. One of the hardest things, even as a clinical supervisor advised to me, is when it comes to dealing with women, is that accountability seems to be one of the hardest things. That's why when it comes to therapeutic process, some women, they may not want to go through the therapeutic process because they feel as if it's a lot of emotions that they just don't feel comfortable with, right? But I also want us to take in consideration, right? Anything that's difficult has some type of reward with it. Nothing good comes easy. Good things take time. So as long as you're, being kind to yourself, being compassionate. I know some of these words, some of y'all ladies like, what the hell is this guy talking about? Like, for real. But I'm just, for real, yo. Like, we got to take this in consideration. Because I just don't want you to be in this cycle where, like I said, you're being used and abused, and life does not wait for what? Nobody. And one thing I want to say to some of these ladies is that y'all spending so much time in regards to your beauty, in regards to your image, in regards to how people are able to perceive you, and that validation, that attention, right, that you're seeking from the external world, from other people, right? Why is it that, like I said in my self-esteem group, right, you are so concerned about how other people perceive you, but you don't really spend the time that's necessary for yourself to have that self-love? At the end of the day, you're going to be spending more time with yourself, like in a real way. People come and go. The grieving process is one of the realest things that we're going to experience in our life. But at the same time, too, it doesn't have to be as hard, as we make it seem. We should be celebrating and being grateful and having that gratitude for the lives that, we encountered in our lives in these relationships, et cetera, et cetera. You feel me? We should have a positive mindset. But like I said, all these gifts, all these values that comes within us, right? And all I'm saying, I really want us to take the conscientious and take the time, right, to really marinate these things. Like I said, all I'm trying to do right here is just pour into y'all. Real spill. It's really just encourage you. Let you know you're not the only one out here that was going through this distress, but this video is specifically for the ladies out here, right? Because when it comes to the fellas, I understand that some of the fellas out here may not have been present, may not have done what they had to do, right? But there are good people. There are people out here to support you. And there are good men out here to support you, right?
And I made a video catered to my fellas out there, so I ain't really gonna get on them. I'm really here for the ladies out here. I'm really here for you guys to understand that whatever you put into this world is whatever you're gonna receive, right? I don't want you guys to continue to keep deceiving yourself. I don't want you to keep sitting here. Yo, it's crazy. It's really crazy. I just the information that I'm seeing, the things that I know, it's a lot. It's a lot. And that's why I really want to be able to spend the time that I'm spending right here. Is to, like I said, get into an environment. You see the benches? Come on, y'all. Get into environments like this that's conducive for you to be able to process what's going on in your reality. Because some of us, like I said, there's a lot of distractions. We have social media. We're keeping up with the Joneses. We're worried about what other people got going on. That's where the envy, the jealousy, all these other things transcend into our lives, because we ain't worried about nothing that got to do with us, right? And the one thing I want to say too is that people that mind their business, they level up. In addition to that too, some of the people that we're surrounding ourselves around are not pouring into us. They are limiting our potential. I'll say it again. Some of your homegirls limiting your potential. Some of your homegirls fixated on some silly stuff. And this ain't just about, no shade, keeping up with the Kardashians, anything like that. This is beyond that. This is some real spill. Like, y'all really limiting your potential. And in addition to that too, some of us are not making the right conscientious decisions. Why is it that some of us are out here going pushing for the degrees? Most women are out working men. I call it how it is, because it's facts. But what about the decisions? Y'all going for the man that's not, you know what I mean? Going to put you in the best position for you to be in. And I'm not out here, like I said, same thing like what I said to the fellas. I'm not out here talking down upon you, little broing you, trying to sun you. Like, I'm really coming from a state of mind where I'm trying to set the tone, because someone has to say these things. Someone has to be the leader. Someone has to be in a position where we have to be able to have that self-reflection. Someone has to say these things. So I'm just doing what I got to do, because I want to see you grow. I want to see you improve. I want to see you, you know what I mean? I want to see you achieve the blessings that you deserve. But something that we have to utilize is the critical thinking. We have to be able to utilize the mind. And when it comes to what's it called, positivity is known to be able to improve your situation compared to the negativity that's going to self-sabotage and pull you down. So all I'm saying is, like I said, having the self-awareness, understanding who you're hanging around, the information you're putting into your mind, right? This is Thriving Talks. We're here to grow. We're trying to receive. We're trying to encourage, right? Like, get yourself around the right people as possible. People who are going to support you. Once again, the trauma that we have experienced in our life, everybody's situation is different. Everybody's household situation is different. Everybody's culture is different. Everyone's thought processing is going to be different, right? I remember when I was in community college, I had a conversation. I'm not going to get too much into detail. Maybe a different discussion for another day, a different video. But sexual assault, you know what I mean? Some people experience that. And these things need to be discussed, because we need to be able to release the trauma, release the tension, release these emotions and not suppress them, so we're able to have that peace of mind, that better clarity, right? I'm here to support you, but like I said, a lot of our peace, a lot of our happiness, it comes from within. We don't need to sit here and spend all this money. We don't need to, the cosmetic industry, y'all ladies, y'all know what's up, you feel me? We don't need to overextend ourselves. We don't need to do the most. We don't need to be seeking out all this attention from men that's pulling our vibration down, right? We need to start seeking things that's going to be more beneficial for us. Love lies within, but one thing that I was able to acquire from my internship is, by loving yourself, you're loving others, and by loving others, you're loving yourself. I'll say it again, by loving others, you're loving yourself, and by loving yourself, you're loving others. It's a transfer of just positivity. So I really want us to just kind of take that in consideration, because life's what we make of it. I don't want us to be in situations where, like I said, we're being deceived over and over, heartbreak over and over, and we're just adapting to it as if this is okay. No, you deserve better. So let's seek better.
Let's do better. When we know better, we what? We do better. You know what I mean? I'm here to encourage you. You can hear the passion bouncing off my tongue. You know what I mean? Like I said, I love you. You know what I mean? There's love out here, there's support out here. You know what I mean? But I really want us to understand too, we need to spend the time and have this self-awareness because it lies within us. I want to ask you a question. What would life look like? You know what I mean? If you were able to move away from these distractions. What would life look like if you were able to pour into yourself the way that you're supposed to pour into yourself? What would life look like if you were able to be more consistent with yourself? We want to be able to improve our body, our situation, our circumstances, right? Look good, you know what I mean? But what would life look like with a better mental health? On the back end too, we have shorties out here that's getting their bodies done. Back in the days, you know, y'all know what's up with the Kylie Lip Jenner challenge and stuff like that. Like they're doing a little lip stuff and stuff like that. Now it's beyond the surface level. It's women out here, people out here doing tremendous things to themselves. But my thing is like, what would life look like with a positive mental health situation for you? For you. We can't control the person to the left and to the right. We can't control our outcomes in regards to the past and what happened to us and our trauma. But what would life look like if we were able to take a better step of positivity to be able to improve our situation? For the ladies, I'm here for you. The love's here. The encouragement will always be here. But we must seek what we need to seek and what's inside of us. Support is here. Therapy's here. And with a positive mindset, with gratitude and the right people around you in these conducive environments, like I said, get around it. And that self-awareness within that solitude, within yourself, within the time that you spend to really think is going to help you get to where you need to be. So I have nothing but love once again, but these questions lie within you. What would life look like with a better mental health?